Hypothyroidism weight loss. Are you doing it wrong? If you are, then not only you are not going to be losing weight, you will find yourself in this cycle of frustration where you are doing everything you can, everything seemingly right to lose weight, but you're not. And what's more, your thyroid is getting worse, your hormones are getting worse, you're getting more fatigued. This is not the scenario you want to discover yourself in. So this is why in today's video, we are going to be talking about thyroid weight loss. Don't do it the wrong way. Let's get started.
Hey, it's Paul and Yulia Tarth here, listening nutritionists and lifestyle coaches at Rawsome Healthy, helping you create healthy hormones, healthy weight, and a body of your dreams naturally.
And if you're new here, hit the bell, subscribe to the channel, and stay up to date with our latest videos. All right, so I've been on a thyroid journey myself for over 20 years, so I totally understand every single human being, and mostly females, right, who going through hypothyroidism, imbalances, and weight loss. And here is what's amazing, is that you do not have to be overweight just because you've got hypothyroidism. It is under your control. And you can lose weight in a healthy way, and you can keep it off for life. For example, yes, I've got hypothyroidism. It is managed, and I've improved it. And at the same time, while I've got hypothyroidism, at the same time, I've stayed in my lean, healthy weight year in and year out. No problem at all. So you can have hypothyroidism, you can manage it, you can improve it. Some of you will also be able to reverse it. But at the same time, you can also maintain a healthy and beautiful body, and you can live well. You can have energy levels as well. Okay, let's dive into the first step to focus on, and that is check your thyroid. If you haven't checked your thyroid for a number of months, 6 months, go and get tested, because what's interesting is that hypothyroidism symptoms and hyperthyroidism symptoms are usually the same. It's the same fatigue, it's the same hair loss, it's the same anxiety, it's the same issues that you might be experiencing. So where are you at? Go and assess yourself, and also understand, are you going through a lot of autoimmunity? Do you have high autoimmune antibodies? So how do you know? Well, you know that by testing your full thyroid panel. So that is going to be your TSH, free T3, free T4, anti-TPO, and anti-TG thyroid antibodies. So these 5 tests, always check them when you go and test your thyroid, when you routinely monitor it. Because if let's say your T3 level is too low and you're trying to lose weight and you're struggling and you don't have energy, we need to boost that up. Yes, so regardless of what you're going to be doing, you will struggle. But at the same time, as I said, you don't have to be experiencing, you don't have to be overweight with thyroid imbalances if you follow the right plan.
Okay, so the next one is calories. Cutting your calories to help you lose weight when you've got thyroid problems. A big no-no. If you significantly cut your calories because you've got thyroid problems, you're trying to lose weight, you're just going to run into problems, because what will happen is your thyroid level will decrease, your hormones being excreted. That will then cause you to gain weight, and when you're not eating enough, it's just not going to work, because it won't feed your thyroid the calories that it needs to run properly. And of course, we know that your thyroid needs lots of carbohydrates, so you're going to be cutting those. It's just not going to work. It's going to undermine your thyroid. So you've got to eat enough calories. It's super important.
And most importantly is that what's going to happen when you're under eating calories. And I know, like, weight loss diets, and sort of like, it's logical, right, to think, well, I need to lose weight, therefore I need to restrict my calories. But if you're restricting by a couple of hundreds, that's okay, you can get away with it. But any more than that is going to harm you. And especially if you go on calorie starvation diets where you're restricting 5, 6, 1,000 calories a day, what's going to happen is that will compromise your T4 to active T3 conversion. And when that happens, and that will happen as a result of you restricting your calories, you will struggle with your thyroid. Weight loss will become harder, like Paul has explained, and then it's going to be much bigger challenge for you. And what will also happen is that you're not going to be able to maintain that plan for long enough. And yeah, you might lose some weight, but then you'll starve, you'll binge, you'll blame yourself, you'll want to go back to eating less because it helped you lose weight. It's not a sustainable plan. What you need is a sustainable plan where you actually eat lots of carbohydrates in your diet.
You feel satiated and you still lose weight.
Exactly, because you're eating plant foods. Okay, so the next one is about carbohydrates. And I know you probably think, well, I need to lose weight, therefore I need to restrict my carbohydrates. Well, we've talked about calorie restriction, but let's talk about carbohydrate restriction. And guess what? Carbohydrate restriction will do the same damage to your body as calorie restriction. Yes, so if you start to restrict your carbohydrates, your body will go through the same level of damage. So that means that your T4 to T3 conversion will decrease, your adrenal glands will get affected, and you will start to feel less energy and so forth. So you have to eat sufficient amount of carbohydrates. What is the plan that we promote that has helped countless of our clients reduce their medication? Some of them were able to get off medication. Some of them were able to, most of them have been able to reverse autoimmune thyroid disorders. What is the plan? Well, the plan is a high carbohydrate plant foods plan that you are able to maintain long term. Yes, so eating carbohydrates, you're not restricting yourself. You're eating your calories, you're not restricting yourself. You know how to eat nutritious meals. And weight loss will start to happen naturally the moment you switch to whole plant foods and keep your diet that way, because that diet is naturally rich in water, high in volume but low in calories. So all of a sudden, big meals, hey, great, every meal is a celebration, weight loss. You're eating well, you're feeling amazing, you're losing weight, you're looking good, you're regaining your energy, you're rebuilding the health of your gut and your liver, and your thyroid's improving, and your mood's improving, and your libido's improving, and so forth.
It's all improving.
Yes, exactly.
Okay, the final one is doing enough exercise.
And I know you might go like, oh, I've heard that before, and yes, you might have, but let's just go over it again, because it's not as much exercise as you might be thinking.
No, exactly. So what studies have found and what's really beneficial for your health, and in particular your thyroid health, is doing exercise of at least 20 minutes 3 times a week, and getting between 50 and 70% of your maximum heart rate. So keeping your heart rate at between 50 and 70%.
And you can
for
do
20
that,
minutes, 3 times a week.
That's all you need to do. And how can you work out your heart rate? Well, go online, search for how to work it out. That's going to be based on your age and some other factors. So log it all, and it will show you the range that you need to be within in order to be between 50 and 70% of your maximum heart rate. And then you can wear a watch when you go and exercise, and you look at the levels that's shown there, and then you understand, okay, so I'm keeping it within that range, and you keep on exercising for 20 minutes 3 times a week. That's the kind of advice is for people who are able to, right? Since if you've got severe adrenal fatigue together with thyroid imbalances, then you need to work on restoring your adrenal glands, and you'll probably just maybe do walking at that stage. But you need to keep on building up so you are able to start moving your body, cleansing your lymph, moving your body and moving your system, and helping your body detoxify itself, because it's all going to be very beneficial for the health of your thyroid. All right, so what is your plan forward? Well, we've created a special free online masterclass that's going to go through the strategies to help you implement today in order to start reversing your thyroid imbalances, hormonal imbalances, lose 10 to 50 pounds of excess weight with no carbohydrate restriction. No, we don't do that. All you need to do is register. So go and grab yourself a spot and watch the class for free. And if you want our personal coaching help with implementing a plan that can take you forward, then we'll drop a link on how to contact us in the description section below. Now, thank you so much for joining us for this video.
Very much, yeah.
And we are going to link this video to another video where we are going to talk about hypothyroidism, weight loss, and more specific nutritional changes that you can introduce to make it happen. See you there.
See you there.